Listen, I'm getting a haircut today, I promise. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the GamesCage today, and only today. There's not gonna be another day where we do this. Only today is when we do this. We are going to be reviewing the Nintendo Switch Lite. That's right, I've had a couple of days with this. I've had this since Friday. I've been playing a lot on it. I've been comparing it to my regular ass Switch on TV and handheld. I've got all my factoids. I've got everything ready. I am ready to assess this little bitch and tell you what you need to know. Do you need it? Do you not need it? Like, what is the Switch Lite? If you don't have a Nintendo Switch and like you don't really play on the TV, fucking fantastic little thing. Now obviously again, there's a lot to get into. So again, Nintendo Switch Lite, for those of you that don't know, is basically a Switch that you can't switch. Like, it doesn't dock onto your TV. If you try to dock it on your TV will just like fucking give you a middle finger emoji. Yeah, it's like, so basically this is meant to be a pure handheld. So what Nintendo did was like, okay, how do we make the handheld version of this thing slick as all fuck, dude? Okay, so first of all, again, you see the regular Switch it's a little chunky and it's got like the detachable Joy-Cons. Here, smaller design, right, and no detachable Joy-Con, so the controllers are on it. Now, I have heard that it can get Joy-Con drift. Like, Joy-Con drift is possible because I think it's using the same interface. Again, maybe it's better or something because I haven't experienced it, but I know it can, so keep that in mind. But again, basically right here, you are genuinely seeing like so let's talk about the system itself. I think it is a beautiful console. I think the design of it, especially the blue, looks slick as hell. The matte finish on the back, I think is that matte finish. It's like, I don't know, actually no, I don't know if this is matte finish. I don't know what the fucking terms are. The point is, it's got that very slick look on the back. Now, what I like about it over the regular Switch is this finish right here, like it gets your handprints on the back, so I don't like it as much. Whereas here, it's got that like finish where like I can rub it all night like this, and nothing will happen to it. So there's that. Second of all, it's got an actual D-pad, which is like an important factor as someone who plays a lot of 2D platformers or 2D games. Or I was playing Tetris 99. I hate playing Tetris 99 on my regular Switch on like the handheld mode because of like the separated like fucking these separated buttons as the D-pad. But to have a regular D-pad on this is like a godsend, especially like on I was playing the SNES games on this, like Yoshi's Island, and it feels way better. Second of all, I can't understate just how much the lighter form factor works out for me, because like I'm someone who does a lot of balancing between TV mode and handheld mode, right? Like before this thing was out, I would have days where I go out with this thing and I play it. I go to the bus, I sit down in bed sometimes. Hell, I'll sit on my couch and I'll play it sometimes. And it's like, to have a version, like it is, I'm not saying it's crazy lighter, but it's notably lighter, to the point that like this Switch, when I would hold it for extended periods of time like this, like let's say I was laying down like this, you're like, oh my god, look at me, I'm fucking laying down like a little bitch. My hands would cramp at some point, it would hurt, I'd be like, I can't do this anymore. Whereas this guy, I haven't had a single issue with it. And also this thing has an extended battery. Now I think it's only like 30-45 minutes, but that little extra boost, I feel like it made a big difference for me. Like I feel like, because for me, I'm not someone who's out for such extended periods of time that my Switch ever dies. So the few times that like I'm using my Switch a lot in handheld mode will either be when I don't know, I'm coming back from school, or like I'm on the couch for a long time. But that little extra boost of battery is kind of notable. And again, obviously for me, I'm in a different case scenario where, okay, if this thing fucking dies, I get this thing. So technically I have double the battery. So that's cool. But either way, the little battery boost is dope. And it's like, it's just a slick console. I think it's just a slick design. I think it looks beautiful. The buttons feel a little different than the regular Switch. I actually kind of like them more. They've got one, like, I don't know how to explain it. The buttons just have a different feeling than the regular one. Like, I don't know how to fucking, like, if I put them side by side, they feel a little different. These actually feel a little, like, I don't know, tinier, I guess, and like these ones feel like they're more fun to click for some reason. Again, you can slot in an SD card. I think the console's just 32 gigs, but again, what's really obviously important is the video games, right? So I've been playing, let's say, on this thing I've played Link's Awakening, I've played Tetris 99, I've played Sonic Mania, Super Mario Maker, Street Fighter, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? So I tested a few games with different like art styles and shit, and I gotta say, in handheld mode, this thing is superior. This little fucking guy is better because since it's a smaller screen, it has more pixels per inch, meaning that like, let's say if you're playing Mario Kart on this handheld versus this handheld, Mario Kart's gonna look better on this. Obviously, if you're playing on the TV, Mario Kart's gonna look way better there. But when you're talking handheld to handheld, no matter what I think, handheld to handheld, it's going to look better. Again, like I said, you're getting a smaller screen, but actually, it's really not that much smaller. I think it's like half an inch smaller, but you are really getting just a better looking experience here, especially with art style games, especially like I played Untitled Goose Game on this thing, looks stunning. Mario Kart 8 looks fucking beautiful. So in terms of just like overall look here, you're set. Again, the problem you run into is like, let's say a game like, what's a game that isn't that great in handheld mode? Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is notorious for not looking good in handheld mode, and right, and a couple games have that issue. No matter what, this doesn't solve that. Again, it'll make it look a little better because you're getting more pixels per inch, but it's not going to change the fact that some developers don't know how to get it over 500p or some shit in handheld mode. So the bad thing is that you are tethered to handheld mode no matter what game it is, right? Again, I would think that when you're buying this, you're aware of what types of games you should be buying. Again, you're going to be fine with Nintendo stuff, you're going to be fine with indie stuff, you're going to be fine with most third-party things, but you're going to have a couple that hitch. Again, do your research on that. But overall, the Nintendo Switch Lite, I think, is a fucking fantastic version of the Switch. I was worried that when I was going to buy it, it would feel like, am I actually really going to use it? And like, now this is my 1000% go-to Switch. Now, I also have a different scenario where I've been transferring saves a lot, and I find the process is really easy. At first I had no idea what it was, but one YouTube video solved it, where again, you just link your accounts, you make this primary console, you make this not primary console, and then basically all you're doing is you're using, if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you're using the cloud saves to just bring your data back and forth, or you fully transfer your data. Like if you're playing Splatoon, you can't do cloud saves, but you can fully transfer your data to this thing if you want to. So it's got a cool set. Like I really just kind of like, so far, again, I haven't had issues with games that can't back up files and stuff. So far, transitioning files and shit has been smooth as butter. Again, like, and I leave this console docked at home and I play that thing in handheld. So I really think, here's my thing. Now, obviously, there's the question of, should I buy this? It is situational. It really is a situational thing. So, for example, if you are someone who owns a regular Switch and you've been thinking about a Switch Lite, if you have disposable income, get the Switch Lite. Like if you are, I have the money, it's just a matter of is it quality or not, I'd say get the Switch Lite because you will basically just get a superior handheld experience. You'll get a better battery life, you get a lighter console that still feels slick. Like again, there's always the worry that something feels so light and small that it feels kind of toyish, but it still feels slick. So then there's that. If you don't own a Switch at all, the question becomes, do you want to play on your TV or are you just going to play in handheld mode? Now, I know that right now there's the newer Switch model out there, of the regular model that has double the battery, so you do have to put that into consideration of like, okay, do you want one that's actually docked and has better battery, or do you, you have to be ready, again, because with your Switch Lite, you're not going to dock it on your TV. Like, it's not dockable at all. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. So you have to be ready to tell yourself, okay, am I committed to just playing this in handheld? If you are, great, you're going to have a fantastic time. Right, like I said, if you want to play on TV, I would just recommend get the base Switch, pay that extra $150, I believe. Is it $100? I don't know if it's, I think it's $100. No, it's $200 less, right? Base Switch is $400 or $300, I don't know. But I think it's $100 or $150 less. I don't fucking know. I think it's $100, but that's the thing you gotta factor in of like, do you want cheaper and like still a clean device, or pay more to have your TV and handheld option? Like the thing about this in a good way is you can't go wrong, right? Like I think they're both great consoles. I do think now in comparison, playing this in handheld feels a little bulky. I don't like the little wiggle that the Joy-Cons have on the side of it, and it's like I hate how fucking like here the bezel looks so fucking bad because of like, it's like the Joy-Cons are bright and yellow and you have this big black spot here. Whereas here, at least that the bezel is the same color as the device, it doesn't look as fucking like egregious. So that's another thing. So either way, I really love the Switch Lite. I think it's a wonderful, cute device. Like I said, games have ran smoothly on it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's fun. I think it's a well-worthy version of the Switch. I think this thing is going to kill this holiday season. Again, based on my few days with it, it's just like, it just feels so awesome. I can't wait for people to get this, and I know everyone that's gotten it has enjoyed their time with it, so I think it's gonna sell like crazy this holiday season. And anyways, so that is my review of the Nintendo Switch Lite. I love it. I think you'll love it if you're considering it. Hey, also, if you have like a second family member or something, I think that's worth it to have it out there. So anyways, that's my review of the Nintendo Switch Lite. Thank you all for watching. You can find me on Twitter at the GamesCage. You can find me here at the GamesCage. You can find me on Twitch at GamesCage. So thank you all for watching, subscribe, and all that jazz. I'll see y'all later. I love you. Peace out.